at various times in the past. Is that correct?
Pretty much every Saturday.
Okay. So whenever you see them, you greet.
Be seated. Defense, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, this time the defense will call Mariano Rendon to the stand.
You take that square microphone and put it on your shirt. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear from testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so that the members of the jury can hear.
Yes, Your
Defense,
Honor.
thank you. Defense, you may proceed.
Can you state your name for the record?
Mariano Rendon Jr.
And are you a resident here in San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas?
Yes, sir. Bexar County, Shannon.
Where were you born?
Midland, Texas.
And where did you grow up there in Midland?
Yes.
And where did you go to high school?
Midland High in Midland, Texas.
After high school, what did you do next after you got out of high school?
I had a brief started college, and then from there I just took off to the Army. I left to the Army.
Okay. Where were you stationed in the military?
In Fort Benning, Georgia, with Fort Stewart Detachment and Fort Hood.
Okay. And while you were in the service, did you have an accident doing like rappelling?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And can you describe how you were injured?
My rope broke. I was 16 feet in the air, and I fell like a banana head first, injuring I had traumatic brain injury. L3, 4, and 5 are bulging, and my left leg is numb, my upper leg.
Okay. And do you get disability pay from the U.S. Army?
Yes, sir.
Now, when did your wife purchase Joe's Volcano or El Volcan?
About 8+ years ago.
And at that time, was it already operating as a club at the time that you guys had taken it over?
It was operating, but it was transitioning. We made the transition from what it was before to a different genre of music.
What was it before?
It was hip hop and that category.
Okay. And what kind of music did they play there at El Volcan?
Regional Mexican cumbias.
Okay. And part of the things that you do is like you guys sometimes have live musical acts that play there?
Yes, we either have promoters or we did our own live acts.
Okay.
With Tejano music and regional music as well.
And do they also have like recorded music that plays some nights?
Yes, on Saturdays, that's always a DJ recorded music.
Okay. And what you're there all the time, kind of when they're during operation, is that fair to say?
Friday we check in, and Saturday I was there. During the week, the staff, my wife, my kids, they run it.
Okay. But you try to help out on the weekends when the club is kind of the most busy time?
Yes, I'm basically the host.
Okay. And what do you do as the host? What is your job there?
For me, it's eyes on deck. Just walking the perimeter of the dance floor, walking the club, just walking with or without a security guard or without, just reading the people, reading the body language, reading the hats. We don't allow hats to go backwards because that's starting fighting or something. So we read the crowd, or if there was new people or guests, I knew 90% of our customers one-on-one. I mean, just overall, I wanted to be the point to call in the radio and hurry, there's a problem, it's over here.
And then you would also spend a lot of time like greeting people that you knew that were there, like your past guests and people like that.
Yes, for the most part, every Saturday was the same crowd for the most part.
Okay. And you had seen Tina Jimenez and Pablo Rodriguez there quite often?
Tina started about 5.5 years ago. I think she had her husband passed away or something, and then she started going there. Pablo and his friends had been going there since we bought it. They had their own section where they put all their beer buckets and drinks, and the the two stools where Tina and Pablo would sit, or Tina and other ladies would sit in that area.
And you had spoken to them at various times in the past, is that correct?
Pretty much every Saturday.
So whenever you see them, you greet them and things like that?
Yes.
And like, we see what's been marked as states to the three and entered into evidence. And this is a photo of you and him, kind of just, you and Pablo just kind of posing and be in a friendly manner.
That's the norm. That's if you were to say that, show that picture to anybody, it's the norm. I'm one-on-one with everybody. I want to know everybody.
Okay. And that's part of, that's part of your, getting to know your customers and treating them right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it important for you that El Volcan is a safe place for people to go?
I want our business to be the safest place where I could take my wife.
Right.
And if I could take my wife to our place, then I would feel safe for anybody else to take their family members to our place.
And one of the problems sometimes, like if you have a club that becomes unsafe, then it's kind of like a magnet for the bad people and like a anti-magnet for the good people, and that hurts your business. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Specifically, going back to August the night of August 19th, and then the early morning hours of August 20th, were you there present in the club that day?
Yes.
And at some point, did you have like an encounter with Pablo Rodriguez before all this stuff happened, maybe around midnight?
Yes. I know my customers. I know their demeanor. I know one-on-one. This particular night, I didn't know it was his birthday. I didn't know anything other than I was wearing a baseball cap, and I literally didn't wear it the rest of the night because I had an issue with it. As I'm walking around on the interior of the dance floor, there's a railing all around the dance floor, and I walked inside and I'm greeting everybody. I'm looking at everybody. I'm making eye contact with everybody. As I'm passing them, I said hi to Tina as usual. Nothing out of the norm, because all of their party, they work from Casillas Muffler Shop, and they're always there, and they all knew me one-on-one. As I'm passing Tina, the gentleman that I forgot his name.
Pablo.
Pablo, I'm sorry, I went blank. Pablo, he grabbed my hat and shook me, went like that, like that, like that, like 3 times. He just jolted my head, and I stopped him, and I said, "You need to stop. We're not going to do this tonight. We're not going to do this." And then Tina got on his case. I said, "Tina, I don't know what's going on, but tell him not to do that, or I'll kick him out." And then that's when she said, "Oh, yeah, we're partying at this place. We're having drinks. He's just a little accelerated."
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustained.
Just don't talk about what other people said, okay? Because there's some rules about the court, which means that we can't talk about what anybody said unless the judge says we can.
Yes,
So whenever I'm asking you questions, I'm just asking you questions about your observations of their demeanor or like their actions, like physical actions.
Yes,
Okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, when he grabbed your hat, did you feel like that was kind of out of character for him?
Yes, sir.
And did it surprise you that he did that?
Yes.
And did you begin to think that he might be intoxicated when that happened?
I think he was just feeling very, very good. I mean, because we're at a club, I think pretty much everybody's trying to get intoxicated or going to get intoxicated. So he was feeling good.
Okay. But maybe a joke that you felt kind of crossed the line a little
Yes.
bit? Okay. Between that and 2:00, did you have any other interactions with Tina or Pablo that's memorable in any way?
No, just the normal. If you're, let's say, like they were always there at one part of the club by the dance floor, I think I would say 8 to 10 times I'll circle the club all night long, keeping an eye on everybody. I'll circle them about that many times.
And then, but there was nothing that stood out like as odd other than that incident with the hat
No.
prior to this. Okay, so let's talk about 2:00 in the morning. So what is the significance of 2:00 in the morning in the bar business?
Well, in my timing is 1:45.
Okay. What's significant about 140?
145, everybody that has beer buckets, we take the buckets out away from them because the beers are in ice. So our philosophy is take them out of the ice, put them on the tables, they'll drink up because they don't want them to get hot. So it gives them a time span, hurry up, we got 15 minutes. And then I think we pick up the beer buckets, I believe it's 155. That's the time that all beer buckets should be picked up by then. Then at 145 and every 5 to 10 minute increments, they're saying last call, last call. Now, where it gets confusing is that last call is the bar is closing. However, we have late night hours through TABC and they can still drink till 2:15. We don't ever tell our customers that because then it'll be 2:15 plus. So they think they're getting away with 2 or 3 minutes, whatever, but we start picking up the empties or hot beers and throwing everything away at 1:58, 2 o'clock.
And when we talk about TABC, we're talking about the Texas Bureau of Alcohol and, is that correct?
Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission.
Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission. And so they have these strict rules, and if bars are in violation, they sometimes have people that go into the bars to check on their compliance. Is that correct?
Correct.
And sometimes they may come like and inspect your bar, or they may have somebody that's there either trying to buy alcohol underage, or they may have somebody trying to check to see if you're complying with your stop drinking times.
Yes, sir. Plenty of times.
And so that's something that's of concern to you, is that you're drinking, that you stop selling at 2, correct?
Correct.
And then you have to have everybody stop drinking by 2:15.
Correct.
But about what time do you start picking up the actual bottles of beer?
As what my pattern is, when it's closer to that time, when it's 2 o'clock, I start going like this around the whole dance floor. I'll go another 5, 6 times around the dance floor, and I'm aiming at my watch and telling them to drink up. With that, I'm either I have a porter with me or I'm by myself on the dance floor because everybody else, it's a big club, and I'm throwing away the empty bottles or the bottles that are halfway, and telling with what I'm doing, I'm letting our customers know that it's time. Start drinking up. And on the third time, because I'll tell them the first time, hey, it's time. Then I'll go around the second time, the same person, and it's time, hurry up, I'll be right back. And the third time, they've already been told 3 times, that's when they know to give them up. And it's customary. That's what we do. And we pick up everything and we sweep. We basically sweep like clockwise, and we take everything off where everything's empty.
And at that time, all the porters and the security officers come to the floor to help collect all the alcohol. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what does a porter do at your establishment?
Porter's always picking up trash, broken bottles, empty bottles, any debris that needs to go into the trash can.
Okay. And then the security officers, what are their roles?
Their role is to oversee the entire clientele inside, the parking lot outside, to continue to overwatch the bars, to continue to overwatch me, and to be on alert if something comes in.
And on a night like this, like how many security officers would be inside the club?
We always do more. We're required for the size of our club to have 3 security. That's the requirement by TABC. I think, and it might be 3 or 4, but it's like if you have 200, you're supposed to have 1 security guard, something, there's a matrix. However, I always try to get 8 to 13. I always want to have an abundance of security so they can cover the outside, they can cover each other, they can cover the inside, and then we can also patrol the parking lot.
And in a normal night, how many people might be outside versus inside?
Security?
Yeah.
2. 2 is a protocol, 2 guns outside at all times.
Okay. And then there may be some other guys going out to deal with incidents or something like that.
To deal or talk with customers, to go to the parking lot. The parking lot's around the corner of the building, so somebody will take off out there to scan the area, make sure there's no burglaries. And the rest of the guys are by the restrooms. We have them posted by the restrooms and strategically.
How big was El Volcan?
10,000 square feet.
10,000 square feet, so that's fairly large. And it's all on one level.
Yes, sir.
And then, how many people can fit? What's the amount of people that can fit in that establishment?
I don't know if it was 860, from the upper 800 to lower 900. I don't know. I can't remember the exact number.
And that's a lot of people, right?
Yes.
Like on a Saturday night like this, about how many people would be in El Volcan at a time?
We're known for the safest club. So, I mean, we'd get to the point where it wouldn't be how many we can put in, is how many people are going out. That's how many people we let in. If 6 people left, 6 people would go in once we hit our capacity.
And then, on this particular night, how did you get kind of alerted that there was a problem?
Me and the door guy, also my staff, like Chris and the door guy, they'll at some point during the night, they'll be from outside, they'll go inside and assist us. So me and I believe his name was William, we were walking the dance floor. We had already made our rounds. We were on our 3rd round coming around. We were probably 40, 50 feet away from where Tina and Pablo were sitting. In their area where they normally sit. At that point right there, I see something. I see a commotion. I see a brawl.
And do you have a walkie-talkie that you carry?
Yes, I do.
Okay, but you didn't hear any radio call about it, is that correct?
No, I don't have a speaker. I'm the one that just calls it in.
Okay.
I don't monitor the chatter.
Okay.
If I see a problem, if I see somebody, putting their baseball cap backwards, putting their shoulders up, some demeanor, I'll call security in, go to this area, go to bar 3, go to bar 1, just monitor.
And so when you heard the commotion, what did you do?
I saw the commotion, and it's dark. It's a club. It's dark, and there's a lot of lights, but I saw like just a ball, and then people are getting away. So I knew there was something. So me and the gentleman with me, the door guy, we ran up there. And as I'm running up there, I see it's just there on top, and it's just a mountain. To me, it was a mountain of people, and they were attacking somebody. That's all I saw.
And did you know, I mean, because it is crowded, because it's dark, there's lights, there's this pile of people. Do you know who's in that pile?
No, sir. I did not have a clue of who was where, when, nothing.
Okay. And so describe that. So when you start to have, what do you do when you see that?
As I'm running to a situation like that, I am immediately assessing. I'm looking out for security guards. I'm probably yelling on the radio. There's so many things simultaneously that are going on. And as we're approaching, my staff is ordered, their protocol is to make a wall around the problem, to stand. They're not allowed to get involved. Just stand, watch while the security gets there and they take over. But at least nobody else gets hurt. They're just there to instruct it. So as me and the gentleman were running, I see them just wailing on somebody. I did not know who it was. There was 3 to 4 guys and a girl. They were on top, just wailing at somebody.
When you say wailing, you mean they were throwing punches?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Okay. And so when you get up there, what do you do?
Well, at that point, there's only 2 things I could do. I don't see security yet because it's happening so fast. I'm yelling it in. And I just went and I mowed them over. I pushed everybody off. With the momentum of me running, I just put my hands on the whole crowd and rolled them over. And I remember getting up, and the first person I got is this girl. I grabbed her. She was hitting somebody down there. I grabbed her up, pushed her off. I got the guy here, pushed him off, and then we're peeling off the other guys. When they saw who it was that went there, they immediately dispersed. That's when I believe security got there, and they were handling.
Okay. And at some point, when you first got up, when did you realize it was Anthony that was on the ground?
After we peeled them off, after I picked up the girl and moved that guy and pushed them off the mound, so to speak, then I noticed there was a security belt, security uniform, and a weapon.
And
Did that scare you, the fact that there was a weapon in this pile of people?
That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear. I will not panic. I will go, just alarms are buzzing. That's my biggest fear.
Because if someone gets the gun, they could hurt you, your staff, or your patrons, right?
Yes.
At that point, did you know that Pablo was in that pile of people?
No.
So after that happens, at some point, you kind of get everybody off. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And we saw the video. We see the video that somebody took with their camera, right? That was passed to, I think, Esperanza. And that video, that clearly does not show the entirety of this encounter. Is that fair to say?
It's very fair to say.
Okay. And does it look to you like it's been edited in some way?
Definitely.
And why do you say that?
Because it doesn't show me running up, doing what I did and peeled the people off. It didn't show me literally grabbed her from behind, picking her up and putting her over here, getting the other guy, which I guess that was her boyfriend because they stayed together, putting him over there and then dispersing the rest of the people.
Okay. So what we're really just seeing is the very end of the encounter. Is that safe to say?
Going to the ending, yes, sir.
And then we also saw, to some extent, the video that you had, your surveillance video, I guess, from the club.
Yes. Now that will show you, however, it's very hazy, but I could walk through to there I am, and you could see exactly what I did.
Okay. And but it is super hazy, right?
Yes,
That's
we have
one of the
smoke
problems.
machines. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then one of the other problems, you have all these flashing strobe lights and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Does that sometimes obscure the camera
Yes, sir.
and make it difficult to see?
Yes, sir.
And then you don't have, it's kind of dark in the club. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that's because that's like the mood kind of lighting that people like
Yes, sir.
when they're dancing and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And then as we go through this, so once you've got them initially off,
Let's start with the overall. No, yeah, the surveillance one. We do that on this. Yeah, just stop. Okay, kind of describe you. Yeah, it's probably easier for you to look at that bigger one. And then just if you need to move your microphone or if you need to say something, just turn around.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what we're seeing here.
If you could play it a little bit, just a little bit, so I could just
Here, I'll do it.
get a grasp of where I'm looking at. Because it'll turn colors with the lights. Yeah, we're looking at the dance floor.
Where we have like a fan over there that's in the way.
Yeah, the fan's right here.
Tell me when you see something that's significant. It's very hard to see. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Okay, you can back it up right there. Now I know where I'm at. I think I'm in the white shirt.
I'm kind of playing it frame by frame. Can you see where you're at there?
Yes, sir.
Where are you? Can you stand up and point to where you're at?
I believe this is me right here.
Okay.
I'm-
And is the fight already started at this time or not yet?
I think, yes, it has.
Do you want me to back it up a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit? Just kind of frame by framing through this, and you just tell me when you see yourself. Is the music quite loud in there?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, throughout the entire encounter, we see some people on the other side of the dance floor, and they don't seem to be aware of what's going on at all. Is that correct? We see them actually dancing. What about the strobe light?
If I'm not mistaken, this camera was probably at 40 feet away.
Okay. You see where you're there at all, or not yet?
Not yet.
Is there something? Well, let me just see what that person. You see that area next to the man in the couch there in the what looks like it could be a baseball hat?
Yes, sir.
Is that the struggle that's going on? It's just very difficult to see. Can you see anything now?
I don't think it's happening yet. There. That's when I rolled right there. I pushed everybody. It's hard to see when it's still.
Okay, I'll just play it and you tell
So
me.
I pushed everybody and I'm feeling them away right there.
Mhm. So you're that right there when we see you, is that you bending over to pick somebody up?
No, that was one of their people. I'm right there. There I am right there.
We see somebody kind of stumble away.
Yes, sir.
And who was that? Do you
That
know?
was one of the guys in their party.
We see people struggling there.
That's where, yes, I'm in contact with a couple. They kept coming at me or coming at the situation.
Is there anything else you think we need to see from there?
If we just play it full off and from the beginning, that way I can.
I'm just gonna play it at full speed and you tell me what you see.
Okay. And from this side, it's very hard to see. Right there. There. I came in from that end this way, and I pushed everybody. And the struggle was going on and on and on. You see, there goes one guy got pushed. The other guy's on the bottom with the security guard.